catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard, and I forgot to tell one of you hoes to send out the tweet. So, Stone, your turn, bro. Go ahead and send out a show tweet on Twitter. Make sure people know that we're actually doing this at 3:20 in the afternoon. The boy feeling lovely. I'm going to go get to spend time with my wife after this. Watch a little foot bizzle. But in the meantime, and in between time, the Miami Heat pulled out a back-to-back. They pulled out 2 wins against the Bucks. This one was a 111-95 victory. No Giannis again. No Middleton. Don't care. We won. So again, tonight the Heat were paced and scoring by the boy one Namdi Gabe Vincent, doing the Lord's work out there with that basketball. Good games from him. Good game from Vic. Bam came on late and ended with 20 points. Overall, solid game again. I like the way this team is built. I like the way this unit kind of plays together. But Bubba, we're gonna start with you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce who we got on the panel. My bad. First and foremost, we got my boy Stone Schloss. Stone, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Royal.
For sure. No, that's wonderful. Get that tweet out. Second, we got my boy Bubba pulling up with the Oakland A's uniform on. Look like, boy, look, you going out there. My bad. Bubba, how you doing today?
I'm actually enjoying watching Miami Heat basketball. That is a good thing to start doing again. It's been a long time. I'm enjoying the way this team is playing.
Me too, and it's making me sick to my fucking stomach. Rounding out this panel, of course, one time for the one time, we got the Cain, got a calculator, Cain TJ, and in the background, that thing says something very interesting for the motherland. How you doing today, Cain TJ?
Hey, man, we doing good. Y'all saw them boys straight from the tribe. They was cooking tonight, and I feel my blood just jumping a little bit. It's 3 o'clock as well. So that's always great, you know. My boy James Post said Black Panther about to come out on Disney Plus. They had to do it for him.
You feel? Them people pulling up for the one time. And since you mentioned James Poe, might as well do it myself. Want to thank the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, and that is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you reach out to our guy James Poe at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. We might catch another lob in here if somebody throw one, but the boy threw one too sweet for me to pass up at the beginning of this show. Also, before we get started, JGB Respects gave us $4.99, so we're going to acknowledge that. Appreciate you, JGB, for the $4.99 dono. He said, need the Lowry slander immediately, and Oladipo the game changer. I don't want to start slandering that boy before he get here. I want to hurry up and start talking because my nerves just got so much worse with who pulling up. Exactly. Unfortunately, we got somebody pulling up one time for the one time. Shout out to the boy. Get your ass out my spot. Shout out to the boy, Ant DiNardo. Ant, we don't care how you feeling. Mute yourself back. We finna go to Bubba. Bubba, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. That was a great basketball game. Our team played fantastic, and this just goes along to what we were saying last game. If you want to get it out the mud and you want to scrape wins and you want to play Miami Heat basketball, why are you playing so many white people? Why are you playing so many non-athletes, these specialists, because they fit a shitty system that does not work anymore? I said it last stream. Victor Oladipo is more important to this team than Tyler Herro. He's proving it time and time again. His defense is next level. On their best days, I think the Heat might have 3 out of the top 7 defenders in the NBA when Victor Oladipo is playing like this. Jimmy and Bam already do their things. I'm sorry, we just got a $30 donation. I'm going to shut my mouth and let you.
First of all, that is not $30. That is 30 unknown Pokemon bucks from David Sasson. He said, been a long time since I'm on live. David, my brother, change that nasty-ass profile picture on Twitter. Get me under suspenders off of your page immediately. He thought, miss y'all. Seeing all the videos after the live. Keep the great work. Also, y'all should do a video of the best donos of 2022. We're in 2023, big dog. We don't look back. We only look forward. And like I said, get that picture of me off of your profile on Twitter, bro. It is nasty. It is disgusting, David. But appreciate you for coming back here. Oh, the boy called them shekels. The boy giving me Shrek bucks. Got the Lord Farquhar dollars. Fuck wrong with you out here. Talk about damn shekel. I'm sorry. Go ahead and keep giving me your thoughts on the game, Bubba.
People are commenting about the Gabe Lowry thing. Like, yeah, all your comments are correct. Gabe is faster. He's a better passer. He's a better shooter. Like, you don't even have to – people are just listening on different things, like that Gabe is better than Lowry at. It's everything when it comes to being an NBA basketball player. So you don't have to type all those things out. Gabe needs to start. The last 2 nights, he's given 2 out of the 3 best performances from a Heat point guard this season, and he gave the other one already too, like we were talking about last stream. Oh, someone's calling me. They're not getting answered right now. The Heat won. So, listen, at the end of the day, play the athletes over the specialists. Max Strus played terrible tonight, and it didn't even matter. Bam Adebayo didn't really get going until the end. Didn't even matter. Victor Oladipo wasn't doing great things offensively, then was the best player on the floor in the fourth quarter. This team has a chance to compete with the rest of the NBA at the top if they play the right guys. This team has a bunch of players, and we continuously play the shitty ones, like Duncan Robinson, even though he got hurt. Dwayne Dedmon, obviously. Jamal Cain is better than Highsmith, at least recently. I loved him in the zone.
All the time.
So, listen, play the right guys, play the athletes, play fast, play towards Bam's strengths. Let Victor Oladipo cook in the fourth quarter. Gabe Vincent do his thing. I mean, when you have Gabe, Depot, Butler, Bam out there, I mean, that's fucking hell for NBA offenses. It doesn't matter who you have. Like, that's not easy. So if you want to get games out the mud and play Miami Heat basketball and be all culture and all that shit, play the right guys then. Actually fucking do it, because you'll win games like this.
No, I actually think you stumbling on to something. You know what I mean? When you're talking about the identity of this team, we've been talking about it this whole season. This team hasn't really had an identity. They talked about how they wanted to lean into their offense early on. That went in the shitter very quickly. They should lean into defense, and the defense is pretty much the guys that they're playing now. The athlete, the black people. Play the black people, and your defense can help you form an identity, and they're able to grind games out like this as opposed to trying to outscore motherfuckers. We want to get to my boy James Hyde with the $10 dono. He said, Gabe, Herro, Caleb, Jimmy, Bam. Caleb is here only because we don't have our 4 yet, but this is the way right now. Fuck Lowry feelings and put him on the bench now. Look, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Put Lowry on the bench, but that's not going to happen. But let's just enjoy what we had tonight, because when he come back, y'all going to see a very familiar post-game show, because he going to do his thing. TJ, give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
The game was fun, man. Guys was out there doing things. Gabe Vincent was acting full in the first half. He hit that fade-in 3 in the corner, and I almost lost it. They almost got a noise complaint in this house. I'm telling you, because my goodness, when he hit that. But yeah, it's more what y'all been saying. They played the athletes. They played the black folk. Eradicate the whites immediately. Because the Miami Heat are winning basketball games. These are the type of games that we expected to lose. Last game, we saw that all those people was out for the Bucks, and it was doom and gloom. Everybody said, oh, here comes the loss, because these are the type of games that the Miami Heat lose. However, there's been a shift, ladies and gentlemen. Something is in the air, and it's called Negro. My goodness, Gabe Vincent is hooping. Victor Oladipo is hooping. Jamal Cain looks like an athlete. Bam Adebayo is playing good. Jimmy was to be determined, but he's still out there doing things. So, like, this is just what
I feel like Jimmy got hurt early. In the game. Like his knee was bothering him a little bit. So that made it even better that, like, did Jimmy get in the fourth quarter? I don't think he played in the fourth quarter, bro. Yeah,
Not at all.
so that to me was like that's another reason to play the Negroes, bro. Like you get nights where you can rest Jimmy when he's clearly not playing well. Like, and granted, like they have their place. Like Max has his place. He was the only person aggressive early in the game in terms of shooting the ball. It wasn't going in worth the fuck, but we couldn't get shots, and he was creating shots. And so I prefer that to be the Tyler Herro role. But if we're going to have a limited number of those guys in the rotation, pick the best one and say toodaloo to the fucking rest. They could go somewhere. Want to thank JGB Respects again with the $4.99. Don't know. He said Gabe looks at score and Lowry looks for the necessary lob pass and his cardio. First of all, I don't know if you've seen that boy body fat percentage, but cardio is not high on his to-do list. Want to thank my guy Mark Craven for the 10 hush bucks. That's not a comment, bro. That's just like you giving me money for nothing. And I ain't gonna lie, I take it. But if you're gonna give me money, say something to me. Prop by Pack TV with the $2 dono. He said the killing is back. Cap. They're not back. This is what I've been telling people on Twitter, Stone. And I want them to be very well aware of this. The team that y'all watch play basketball today is not the Miami Heat. Okay, that's not when Kyle Lowry's back. When Tyler Herro's back, when Caleb Martin is back, that rotation is different than a lot of these guys that are getting opportunities who are playing well will not get those same opportunities. And we even heard Spo kind of alluding to like Dedmon getting minutes once he got back. That was before the massage gun thing. But like even still, like Stone, do you think that some of these guys have kind of played their way into the rotation, or do you think we're gonna see a lot more of the same when they get back? And give me your thoughts.
I mean, yeah, like what do I think's going to happen? I mean, this is like this team and how they operate. They kind of define that hard head makes for a soft ass type of saying where they're just so hard headed and they're willing to fall on their ass because of it. And so what do I expect? I expect Lowry to come back in the lineup, but I don't know how you can take minutes away from Jamal Cain. I mean, like some of this stuff, like, maybe I'm not buying as much because I'm watching Vic Oladipo drive and them helping off of someone to kind of double Vic, and that creates like a wide open opportunity for Bam on a miss or on a pass. And I just don't know if it's realistic that it's hard for me to gauge right now if Vic is actually drawing these double teams or if it's just kind of like breakdowns in communication. This is a team without Giannis that we've seen twice in a row. And these guys are just kind of tired and want to get out of here. Like I'm having a hard time deciding if Vic is truly back or if we're kind of just taking advantage of a team that didn't really feel locked into this series. I mean, Drew Holiday played awful. I thought this was one of Budenholzer's worst performances, which really says something. I mean, their team shot over 40 3-pointers in 2 straight games. Is that really what these like? They just have Giannis and 3-point shooters. I mean, that's a beautiful roster construction, except when Giannis isn't playing. But of all the guys, I'm going to be most upset if Jamal Cain goes back into obscurity. I really want to see him be a meaningful rotation player for this team. I want to give him all the Haywood Highsmith minutes. I think he's got a little better touch around the rim than Haywood Highsmith has, and I just think that he's less boneheaded on defense. He'll take on a guy and he'll also help out. He won't like be stubborn and say, I'm sticking with this person. I'm going to pick them up half court. And I just feel like I get a little bit too much of that from Highsmith sometimes.
I think I agree with you offensively. Cain might be a smoother basketball player, but on defense, I mean, that's Highsmith's calling card. Jamal Cain tends to gamble, but that's because he's a better athlete. I think so. He's maybe better at getting in the passing lanes. Similar to what Jimmy does, and Haywood maybe better just like straight up man-to-man, lock your ass up type defensive type shit. But I'm not opposed to Cain taking all of Highsmith's minutes because of the fact that he does have that offensive element to his game. Jess Lansberg, what's up, dog? You saw us putting on the ticket that you don't come to work. So you come to work via the comments. Thank you for the $5 don't know. She said there are politics involved, and the question of does Spo actually have cojones to bench Kyle? That's a good question. Like, I don't think it's a matter of whether or not Spo wants to do it. I just think about, like, what does that do for the organization to bench Kyle? You can't trade him as, like, if we don't value him, other teams won't. So if we bench Kyle, then his draft stock instantly goes down. It's the same argument people made for, like, the Tyler benching and shit like that, like, all that type of shit. Ed, want to get your thoughts on the game today.
Yeah, finally, we are seeing the two things that all of us have wanted to see all year, which is Lowry's fat ass not in the game and Dwayne Dedmon's bum ass not in the game. Good things happen when those two dudes are not on the basketball court. Now, obviously, I've been a strong proponent of Tyler Herro, All-Star, whatnot this year, but good things happen when he's not on the court as well. So all of y'all that's saying to sit his bum ass down, I'm going to give you some credit there too, because this team is looking nice without him out there. Giannis, that boy's scared. He was good to play today. He don't want to come back against Bam because Bam is his daddy. That's the truth. That boy, Bam Adebayo, is the reason. No, we've seen Giannis have his worst games against Bam. Seriously, Bam Adebayo is the reason that I am so into these games. I genuinely get so excited watching him play every single night. He didn't even do too much today on the offensive side, but the way he can flip a switch in the second half, and absolutely, yes, go vote for Bam Adebayo right now. If he is not an all-star, that is a disgrace. But seeing him flip a switch in the second half to completely take over that game and completely step on the Bucks' throat and just get them out of there, that's the sign of a superstar. A guy that can have a bad first half and completely flip the switch and then light it up like he did there. But for me, the story of the game is, a few people already alluded to it, is the Gabe Vincent thing. I've been saying since last year, I want Lowry to come off the bench. Ideally not play at all, but we understand that's not going to happen. But Gabe Vincent is awesome, and he's truly the perfect filler starter on a championship team. If you can get another star in there with Bam and Jimmy, he fits the role perfect. Phenomenal 3-and-D guy. A lot of similarities with Mario Chalmers, just a guy that you could trust to spot up shoot and be a relatively good enough on-ball defender. Gabe Vincent should be the starting point guard for the future, and get rid of Lowry for whatever you can. That's the main goal right now.
So, a couple things. I do believe that Gabe Vincent should be the starter for the right now. Gabe should be the starter until you get a better point guard than both him and Lowry in here. I don't think Gabe Vincent is a long-term answer at point guard for anybody. He's a capable backup, and I don't want to heap too much praise on him, but he is a great backup to have. Speaking of which, we finna bring this hating ass boy onto the screen so that he can say good things about Gabe Vincent, because last time he was on here, he was talking hella shit. Threat, get your ass up here and say how good Gabe Vincent is at basketball.
I was listening to the stream this whole time, and I'm here, folks, to give everybody a dose of reality, because I think we've gone absolutely delusional. You guys are up in arms and excited because we beat a team twice without their two best players. We beat a Phoenix Suns team without Devin Booker and CP3. We beat all no Kawhi against the Clip. We are getting excited for what? Let me tell you exactly what's about to happen. If you're not listening, listen closely right now. Yes, Gabe Vincent is better than Lowry, but let me tell you what's going to happen. In the playoffs, Gabe Vincent is going to get hunted. He's going to get hunted because he's 6 feet tall. Is he a great defender? He's good. He's a good defender, but he's going to get hunted, especially on those switches in the playoffs. Calm down, slow your roll. Everybody is happy with Gabe Vincent right now because Kyle Lowry is so trash. And let me tell you about Kyle Lowry. He's trash. But we told you this a year ago. We told you Duncan Robinson was trash a year. Why y'all always so late? Why y'all not listening to me? I'm trying to tell y'all right now about what's going to happen and what's going on. Let me put some perspective in y'all minds, bro. Everything is going to come crashing down once the playoffs start. Oladipo's a great defender. Nobody's going to care when he's 0 for 16 from 3 and we're begging for some points on the board because we have 79 points with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, bro. Yes, bro, yes. We're playing good defense right now, bro. But I'm not moved. I'm not moved, bro. I'm here to give y'all a reality check. I'm not moved, bro. We are beating teams that are hobbled right now. Once the playoffs start, we're going to get smacked into reality. We're fighting for the 6th seed right now. Are you not ashamed? Are you not embarrassed? I'm not moved, bro. Tyler Herro is going to come back. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get doubled. not going to be able to find his shot once the playoffs start. Then we're going to be looking at Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry for scores. They're not going to be able to get a bucket. Victor Oladipo is not going to be able to shoot because he's not a reliable shooter. We talking about Orlando Robinson. Who? Orlando Robinson is backing up Bam right now. I'm not moved. He grabs a couple offensive rebounds here and there, but I'm not moved. I'm really not. We got Jamal, Cain, and Highsmith at the 4. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we really excited right now? It's a reality check, man. I think I'm the perfect
you
guy
talking
for it.
about? We winning the fucking title threat. We are winning the fucking. We just beat the Bucks back-to-back game. I don't care what version of the Bucks it is. It's the Bucks. You hear me? Say nice things about
It's
Gabe
just so
Vincent.
much nastiness going on.
Gabe Vincent had back-to-back.
He had a great 21
points. 27. To give my boy his credentials. Put him in the conversation.
He had a
Put
great
him in the
21-point first quarter and first half, and absolutely disappeared in the second half. Disappeared.
Shut the fuck
He
up.
was gone.
I don't want to hear
No
you.
call, no show
I
in the
don't wanna
second
hear you
half.
I don't want to hear you disrespect this team any further for a few seconds while I let other people be optimistic. Bro, my back TV with a $2 dono. He said a word from Revelations 3:16. Bro, listen, bro. That boy, exactly, bro. Fuck is this man talking about? Don't worry about it, bro. We're going to have him back together by the end of this show. So, Bubba, we coming back to you about this wonderful victory tonight. I want to talk individually about let's do Vic first, because I think Vic was the more important person to this victory. What did you see from Vic? Oh, thank you, Dad Jordan, with the $5 dono. Nasty man himself. He said, I see trade value going up. Bro, you see what you did, Threat, bro? You bring them critters out debate. We trying to have nice, wholesome basketball family talk here before the playoffs. Bubba, what you saw from Vic?
I saw Victor Oladipo be the best player on the floor in the fourth quarter, despite making minimal money, essentially. This man has controlled the pace of every fourth quarter that he's played in. He can play slow. He can manipulate the defense in the pick and roll. He can also, you just rip the ball from your favorite player and then go Duncan and talk shit in his face afterward. That's always exciting when I see Victor Oladipo do that. Even though I do wince every time he has one of those breakaway dunks. I got scared when he slipped at the end of the game. I was really scared at that point. But Victor Oladipo, if he would stay healthy, should start for this team. Obviously, you cannot rely on that. So I do like him in this kind of bench role, but essentially being a starter in the fourth quarter. He's such an underrated playmaker. He's so underrated from a passing standpoint. He knows the offense better than our starting point guard does. Kyle Lowry gets people in their spots more than Kyle Lowry does. Yeah, Gabe had an incredible game. He needs to be starting right now. And if Kyle Lowry just needs to be sent away. I don't know where, and I don't really care where, but he needs to just be sent away. He can run the pick and roll with Dwight Howard in Thailand for all I fucking care. You cannot be here anymore. Like Jimmy Butler, every interview, all he talks about is all he cares about is winning. Victor Oladipo says the same thing. Bam says the same thing. Spo and Pat Riley say the same thing. The writing is on the wall. This dude does not help this team. So, yeah, the trade value is going to go down, but it's already down. He fucking sucks. Like, you don't have to bench him. You can just send him away. Like, he's hurt right now, resting, vet rest, whatever you want to say. But for the next 2 weeks, put him on a JetBlue flight and send him away for 2 weeks. And then he can go play for the Clippers. He can go play for the Mavericks, whatever. But they have good enough guard play right now from Gabe and Depot. And then you add Herro into the mix, who obviously brings a scoring punch and will obviously continue to start. That's good enough guard play. You need other positions right now. And it's just making me question how Gabe was even not in the rotation at the beginning of the year. There were games where Gabe just flat out didn't play, and then I know he got hurt too. But
yeah, he was hurt. I think injury is the one thing that kept him out of the rotation.
Him and Depot have an incredible connection. Gabe has better chemistry with Bam does than Lowry does. Victor Oladipo has way better chemistry with Bam than Lowry does. So, and none of those guys you even consider a Depot, you don't consider a pure point guard, and Lowry supposedly is. So, again, put him on JetBlue, Spirit, Southwest, go away for 2 weeks until we find a new location for you to go play shitty basketball. With Mark Cuban in Dallas, with Steve Ballmer in LA, I don't care. But do not attach it first and get him off the team, because if you can bring in anyone, because he is such a net negative. Him not playing and you giving his minutes to other people is helping the team. So just get him out of here. Tim Hardaway Jr., Davis Bertans, 2 guys from the fucking Clippers. I don't care. Leave.
Bro, we need to get you off of this Davis Bertans shit, bro. You are not going to convince anybody up here that that's a good basketball player. Bro.
Yeah, I was the only person who watched him torch us on the Wizards. Was I the only one watching those games? 25 and 12, bro, on Hassan Whiteside. I remember
he is redhead Duncan Robinson, bro. That boy is sorry too, bro. He's not gonna change nothing. Darius Jordan with the $5 dono said, "Pack them dudes up tomorrow, the 15th. Everybody available." I want to say, people in the comments continue to flood threat with these mentions of positivity. We are going to open up rainbows and sunshines for him, no matter what. By the end of this show, everybody will be saying Heat in 5.
I just
have on all black for a reason.
For the Dolphin fans up here, Liam Eichenberg was just ruled out tomorrow. Our chances just rose 10%.
Oh, well, I mean, great news for the Dolphins. Great news for the Dolphins. I do want to talk to you about Vic too, TJ. But I want to focus on your name, bro. Like the Negroes, bro. The Negroes. I want to focus on this topic, bro. Less white people equals better play for Miami Heat basketball. Like, that's just what it feels like. And we were led by the all-African all-star team today. So I want you to talk about those 3 in particular and why it is that it seems that we play a much more – it's not more fluid because it's still ugly ball. But why is it that this game is much more respectable to watch when it's more of us, less of them playing?
Well, one, they're decent at hoops. You know, that starts there. 55 is awful at hoops. Strus, he's been disgusting, although he's been making shots recently, so that's fun, but he's the only one in the rotation right now, so you kind of can take it. And then Tyler has these up and down games as well, and he doesn't give you anything defensively. So it's just like you insert more black people, you insert Gabe, who's good defensively, and now he's making shots. I don't think he's going to be 20-point Gabe every night. I think the boy just on a heater right now because that brother taking pull-ups outlandishly. He's taking Damian Lillard pull-ups. I'm just like, wait a minute, brother. You need to calm down. But he hit them.
You didn't enjoy that, bro. You didn't enjoy that, bro.
The brother's unmoved.
Not moved.
I'm not moved from 2 games. 2 games doesn't move me.
Like I said, it has been 2 games. I just want bro to make shot. I don't think he's going to be, King Jesus like he's been these last 2 games. But if he's making shots, that's even more reason to play him. Victor Oladipo wasn't doing anything offensively, and then the fourth quarter comes and he turns into whoever you want him to be. He's throwing no look lobs to Bam, trying to get Brook Lopez killed. So I think it's all just a rhythm thing. Guys are catching rhythm finally. Guys are getting healthy, specifically those 2, Gabe and Vic, and you're seeing the production on the court. And it's beginning to make Kyle Lowry and the things that he does, like you taking him out the equation and everything like that. You start to see a lot of his flaws and the things that he doesn't do in the basketball court. You're seeing it and you're getting it from those guys, whether it's looking for Bam, whether it's defense, whether it's the pull-up shooting, you're not getting any of that from Kyle Lowry right now. And it makes everything that he does look a lot worse because he's not doing anything. And then Tyler Herro doesn't play defense. So you're getting the defense in the starting lineup with Jimmy, with Bam, with Haywood, Highsmith, and all of a sudden everything looks good. So it's a combination of a bunch of things happening at the same time that's leading to good basketball being played.
Yeah, so Stone, what specifically about Gabe Vincent's game is kind of like translating? Like, what are we getting from Gabe Vincent outside of the scoring? Because we know that scoring punch is inconsistent. But what is he doing in the other parts of his game that have kind of had people turn more so on Lowry and feel the need to have the conversation about whether or not we need to replace him with Gabe in the starting lineup?
I mean, you cannot honestly, I never thought it would get to this point. I always saw it happening on the offensive side of the ball, but it honestly feels like it's on both sides of the ball. I saw Seth Curry beat someone off the dribble for the first time in my life the other night. And who was it? 37-year-old overweight Kyle Lowry. I mean, he's not an athlete, and having athletes makes a difference, whether it's Gabe, whether it's, Jamal Cain, just having guys that are, quick enough to beat the defender in front of them meaningfully towards the basket opens so much of Bam's game up. It's insane to think about. I mean, when it's this Lowry Herro lineup that they run out there, it's like pretty much the dribble brothers running screen merchant Bam all the way around the arc, and they're just trying to be screen merchants off Bam and dribble, step back three. With this, we're seeing a lot more action towards the basket. I think I saw Jimmy Butler convert on a alley-oop off a backdoor cut for like the first time in 2 years the other night. It's just like that kind of stuff we're seeing a lot more of, just guys pressing towards the basket. And I think that's what's really opening up the game, not just for like individual guys like, Gabe Vincent, but I just think having these kind of guys out there that can run and are trying to constantly work downhill is creating more opportunities and kind of a better game flow for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the offense in general has seen more movement off ball. And I kind of want to ask you this after I read this dono from Darius Jordan. Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $10 dono. He said Heat in 5 days made a trade. We all about that life. You know what I mean? I'm just gassing motherfuckers up for a little bit. Heat won 2 games in a row. Got to come out here and celebrate that shit. We know what time it is. The boy threat so depressing. He looked like he in black and white over there. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm just gonna put it. And I gotta ask you this, bro. I kind of forgot my question. Oh, the reason that people are moving off ball, is it because it's guys who don't customarily get an opportunity to play or getting minutes like a Jamal Cain, or is it just because there's like it's more natural because it's more athleticism on the floor without the likes of Lowry and Herro and Dedmon kind of eating up minutes?
Well, first of all, I gotta fix something. I mean, we out here looking like a checkerboard. I know my place around here. There we go. All right.
There you go, man.
See,
there you go.
Listen, I don't know if that's part of it. We see this Heat.
You could be in the middle of the white people since you did that.
I like
you could
that.
Be in the middle
I like that. Appreciate it.
I like that
listen.
too. Don't get up. Don't come up here though. Don't stay there. But
hey, relax.
But
hey, I don't think it's that. We see this Heat team at random ass times throughout the last 3-4 years now that they had this build. They decide that they want to be a championship team, and then they decide they want to be hot garbage. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to when they play good basketball versus when they don't, but I do know they are a better basketball team when Kyle Lowry is not out there. If anything, you think it would be a little more sloppy playing these two-way guys, heavy minutes like Jamal Cain, Ant riding in coach, but in the middle seat. Fuck the middle seat. Listen, you would think it'd be more sloppy with Jamal Cain and Orlando Robinson playing these heavy minutes, but for some reason they play really well. Maybe it's because they're better players than the guys we had out there previously. I certainly think Jamal Cain is much better than Haywood Highsmith. I was agreeing with all of that. But regardless, they're playing good basketball. Yes, against bad teams. And I wasn't saying that Gabe should be like a long-term starter. I'm saying if you got another star in here, he is the perfect filler guy. That's what I think. I think he's really good at that. And to the concern of people benching Lowry because of his trade value, the guy's been in the league for, 15 plus years. Every team knows what he is. If Dallas wanted him when he was started, they're going to want him if he's benched. I don't really think that's that big a difference. So I think you got to keep rolling with this. Even if Lowry is okay to come back, you got to bring him back in the starting lineup, or you got to keep Gabe in the starting lineup. Tyler's probably going to start again. So hopefully that doesn't tank, because then they have to have a conversation. But they're playing really well. I wouldn't touch anything. Keep Dedmon on the bench, put Lowry on the bench, and see if they can be a better team in the second half of this season.
No, get Dedmon out of the rotation. He's out. Like that's been solidified. Orlando Robinson is our backup center now. Like that shit is all but locked up. I don't know, bro. That's tough for me to talk about putting Lowry on. Like, I do agree. Tyler Herro and Kyle Lowry needs to be separated. But in this instance, like, only thing you're doing is replacing Max Strus with Tyler Herro with the lineup that's trotting out there tonight. And I think that's better.
I think that's really good.
But there's no machination that the Heat can put out there that could be really good.
I think
not like.
I think if you get a legitimate, I know maybe as currently I know we keep saying one move away, but like if you got a legitimate 4 next to Bam who can shoot the 3 and play defense at any real level, and it's Gabe, Herro, Jimmy, the 4, Bam. I'm sorry, with Depot in there as well. That, bro, I don't care who you're playing in the Eastern Conference. That is so hard for anybody to score. And if Herro's just not playing like complete and utter shit, that is a very, and if he's making shots, oh my God, someone commented that earlier. Bro, put that back up again. I need to see that Jason Giannis. That was so funny.
Hey, bro, Twizzies.
Bro, Justin is way too fast with this. This is insane. But
yeah.
I think if you put that out there, like I don't see a team that is 100% dogging that lineup in a tie game in 5 minutes. Maybe they don't win all of them. I'm not saying that. Like I would still pick the Celtics. I'd still pick the healthy Bucks, but that isn't a blowout. That's not a sweep. That's legit. That's good. I think that could happen. And I think they can win.
That team is more. I think that team is more respectable than this one. Go ahead, Threat.
It's more respectable, but where's that going to lead you? Do you like that? You said the Celtics over that, the Bucks over that. Are you putting that over the Nets as well?
I am putting that over the Nets. I would.
Wow. After all of what Gabe Vincent has
the Nets
showed
to me, this is the conversation, but the Nets to me are a team that is going to get dogged in the playoffs and exposed in the playoffs, but they're a good regular season team. I'm not saying we're a championship team by any imagination, but that's just my personal opinion on the Nets.
It depends on who the four is. Swap Gabe out for Vic. And Vic, Tyler, Jimmy, Bam, insert four, whoever that four is. Yeah, I see what Bubba cooking. You feel me? I'll take that pretty much against any five. I'm not saying that they'll be world beaters or anything like that, but with the best that you can get with this team, bro, I can take. They can compete with anybody. I'll say that.
I need to hear the name of the four because
Mo Bamba.
Just fill it four.
Yeah.
I need to hear the name of the four that you guys are speaking of that can do this. Who's Miles the four?
Turner? Well, Stones just said Mo Bamba, Miles Turner of that same mold. That don't really move me like that. Like just being honest with you, like
I think Markkanen's playing so well. I think Markkanen's playing so well right now. But I know if we trade for him, he's just going to turn into Kelly Olynyk. But Kelly
Olynyk was great next to Ben. By the way, he was very good.
Yeah, he was.
I don't want to say great. That's pushing it. But also, the report came out that Utah is willing to trade everybody else on their roster outside of Lauri Markkanen and the other white person. But I said, hey, look, if they want to add white people to that roster, do I got a team for you? Come this way. We got a couple of them that I'm willing to put over there in Utah for you. Fuck is you talking about? They ain't really got nothing.
Someone commented
if it's cool. Like, are you cool with that?
Cool with it as far as competing this year. Yeah, but as a long-term move, I'll be highly upset.
For Kuz?
Yeah, I'll be highly upset.
Yeah, you got
to pay Kuz. And I don't think we're gonna want to pay Kuz like the type of money that he's looking for. So like, but for a 1 year run, like I'm digging it, like I'm fucking with it. But it's just
Depot, Herro, Butler, Kuzma, Bam. That is really fucking good. Like that is better than Brooklyn. Like, and I think that takes Milwaukee and Boston to 6 or 7, and then it's just who fucking hits the shots at the end.
I'd rather have a little more size in Kuzma personally. I think that we just get murdered on the boards too much. That's what I want. I want to get an A+ rebounder next to Bam that can sometimes make 3-pointers. That's all I want.
Somebody commented D'Lo and Naz Reid. I like Naz Reid a lot. I do like Naz Reid a lot. I liked him.
I've been saying D'Lo's name a lot lately, and I think D'Lo is mid. Like I don't necessarily like him as a basketball player, but he's better than Lowry.
I like him so much more than Lowry makes him look like fucking Steph. Like it's just mid versus unplayable. Like that is the
TJ, that disappointment on your face. You're a D'Lo guy.
Yeah, I'm a D'Lo stan. I've been standing him since he was at Ohio State. That's my dog. You feel me?
This ain't the same person that was at Ohio State no more though.
I know. I'm not saying he's or anything like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
He can just his skill set mixed with his size. Like he'll be good. He's 6'4", got long arms. You feel me? Got the pull up shooting, can pass. He's a good like team defender. Like he can be good for what they need him to do, and that it'll be good enough point guard play for you to be competitive.
His efficiency is dog shit.
Yeah, like are you starting him? Like I think it's cool if he comes.
His role will change here.
Me and Daryl were having the conversation. I don't think we would start D'Lo if he came over here because I think that fit next to him and Tyler, that fit together. It don't strike me as something that would work very well. That's why I think D'Lo off the bench will probably be better for us.
I mean, if D'Lo could come off the bench and get you like whatever 15 at work. I mean, he could put up a lot of points off the bench. I'm not saying I would necessarily. Yeah, but I think D'Lo would be very good in that role. But
Getting
Are we trading the
oh
Haslem?
man,
D'Lo-
OG is different. If we can get OG, then I'm picking us to win the fucking championship.
I'm throwing everything.
I thought we
Getting
were talking about
D'Lo
Udonis
and
Haslem
Nas
for a
Reed.
second.
Hold on. Go ahead, Threat.
Getting D'Lo and Nas Reed is getting two players who will not close games for us this season. That's what that acquisition would be. Two guys who are not going to end games for us.
I think
Are
Nas
we
Reed
okay
could
with
close
that?
games for us.
I don't think he will.
I don't think Nas closing games.
You think they would close games with 6'5" Caleb at the 4 instead of Nas Reed?
I actually think
but I can
he
see a
will.
scenario. I can see a scenario. I can see a scenario where they're closing with like Vic, Tyler, Jimmy, Bam. I don't even fucking know who.
I think Caleb will close over Nas Reed, bro.
I don't think so. I think it would depend on the matchup.
Maybe it's another guard. They might put another guard out there, like so they'll have.
It might be
like
Highsmith. God forbid.
Oh God!
People
but that's
were
what I'm saying. Like it does.
Jonathan Isaac too. People were commenting on Jonathan Isaac.
Listen, bro, that boy.
The price is too
I
much.
don't really know. I don't.
The atmosphere. Fuck that. Punt them into the sun.
Yeah. To Darren Jordan, thank you for the $10 donation. He said, "Punt Kyle, Dedmon, Strus into the atmosphere, the outer atmosphere, brother. Punt them boys to Pluto." Want to thank Tyler Miller for the $1.99 dono. He said, "Why you guys always hating on Tyler? He doing good." It's not really hating on Tyler. It's just trying to look. The way that I feel about Tyler Herro is that if they're going to commit to Jimmy Butler's timeline, then Tyler Herro isn't the player that we need yet in order to make this championship competitive. That's not to say that he will not be good. Tyler is already a good basketball player. He's not championship caliber with this roster as it's currently constructed. Now, if they move into a phase where they're trying to go young and they're building around Bam, then I say Tyler Herro is the secondary piece that you keep, punt everybody else on the roster, which includes Jimmy. But that's just the way that I look at it. I just think Tyler Herro's not ready for the role that we need him to be ready for in order to compete now. It's not really bashing or hating on Tyler Herro like that.
Just one last thing on Nas. Just one last thing on Nas. The reason why I say he wouldn't close games is because he's not a great defender and he's not a great rebounder. You got to be one of the two if you want to close games for Erik Spoelstra as far as a big man or playing that 4 position goes.
Yeah, for sure. I think Nas's best role on this roster would be as kind of like the backup center. Like I think that's just what he would be because that's what he is. He's a backup big, and I think that's where he would fit best. And it still doesn't really solve our starting 4 problem. I don't think Nas Reed is a starting 4.
We're at the conversation now. I don't think a move for D'Lo and Nas Reed could be your only move at the deadline. I still think you got to make a move for another player. I've always said
someone that can get inside.
They pause. They 2 moves. They need 2 moves, bro. So they would still need to make a move for a 4 very close. You feel me? I don't think any guard that's brought in here that's not like Kyrie, you feel me, is going to close basketball games for this team. I think Vic locked that up, bro. If Vic keep playing like this, Vic is going to close games. Point blank period. I don't care when we get to the playoffs, it's going to be the same thing, even if he ain't making shots like that. He's just too good defensively. So yeah, I think you gotta have those moves in combination. I think you can still start D'Lo. You can play him off the ball. You can still let Tyler get to whatever he want to get to. You can run him as a movement shooter. He can do a bunch of stuff for you. Feel me? I don't think he'll like hog the offense and be as inefficient as he was before because I think the offense will be different and his role will be different.
I ain't gonna hold you. The girl Holland is on one today. She told him Tyler is a keeper. 2 more years, 20 more pounds, and he doesn't get shoved around like he's on child's roller skates on D. Hey, I fuss with that, Holland. Right. I do think that you need another. The position of need the most is a wing, bro. Like we need a wing player, and that is kind of like that's your 5th closer. Like if you get an adequate wing, I don't know who said wing is because like I'm all for the young, cheap, underdeveloped Cam Reddish build. Like that's my bag. I don't think we're gonna win no matter what moves we acquire this year. So get me a player that we can get in the system who has some talent, spoken kind of see what we can cultivate out of that. So that's where I'm looking in terms of trades and stuff. In terms of like trying to compete this year, it's useless. I just don't think that we can cobble together a package good enough to be able to do that. Thank you, Darius Jordan, with the $20 dono. He said, punt Kyle, Strus, Dedmon into the multiverse. Big multiverse, Spider-Man and beyond. Fuck is you talking about? Cain coming soon. The Cain dynasty, you bitches. Just know, when that movie come out, we might all be on here in blue face. Fuck is you talking about? Except for the whites. That's blackface too. If y'all come on here with blue faces, I just want to put that out there. Want to thank Tyler Miller again with the 199. Don't know. They said Vic Oladipo should start with Herro. He's good. I like that. Like I think Vic's impact has grown so much on this team, and I'm sorry I'm not throwing it to anybody in particular, but I don't care. Y'all just join the conversation as we're having it. I think Vic has grown so much in terms of like his impact on winning solely because of the defense that it's forcing the question. And I think it's something that Spo's going to have to confront. Like, does anybody here also agree that Vic should start? Like, I'm not sure if I'm there yet, but I'm trending towards Vic should start. Threat came on mute first, so I'm going to let Threat go first.
Victor Oladipo should not start. Whatever we're building right now, I mean, it's cool, but I don't like that build going into the playoffs. I think Victor Oladipo should end games, and that's the only conversation that we should be having. As far as starting games, no. End games, yes. Simple.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let Vic close, not start. Bubba, you think Vic should start?
If he could like play 30 plus minutes a night and you can guarantee no injury, I would say yes, because again, when he's on the floor, the Heat play better and they win games. But I would not waste all of like the Depot minutes, quote unquote, now. Like, you need to preserve him for the end of games when he can go all out, give you everything he has, and that's how you win. And then in the playoffs, it could be a whole different conversation. You could say, well, he should come off the bench, but he's going to get starter minutes. I don't hate that, especially when we get to the playoffs, but he just needs to stay healthy. And I was the person saying that there's no way Victor Oladipo can save this season or he can come in and make that big of an impact. I was saying you can't bank on that, and he's proven me wrong. He's making a tremendous impact on this team, and now it's hard for me to envision without him at all what they would be again. Like, I can't. So just if you need to just only play the fourth quarters, like just let him stay healthy. Whatever it takes for him to stay healthy and make the impact in the fourth, do that. I think the roster can keep games close until the crunch time for him to come in. But I wish he could play 35 minutes a night, but he just can't.
Yeah, I don't think he can either. But he played 36 tonight though. But and that's crazy to say, but like this is the second time I've heard you say that, and it's like really hitting me that Vic came in and he saved the season. I don't think this season is saved by any means. Like, I still
no, because they're not contending, but like it's just
I know. Like, I think the better phrase for me is he turned the season around. Like, they're on a crash course with 500. Like, that is where I see this season going. They are headed dead smack to being a 500 ball club. But at least with Vic coming back, he's made them a watchable 500 ball club. And the basketball isn't all boring all the time. Alex Campbell with the 499 don't know. He said, in all honesty, what is Kyle Lowry's point of being on the roster? I don't know. Even some of the games where he was playing, like when Spo took him out and then he put him back in the game, when Kyle's not on the ball, he's not doing shit. So, yeah, I guess, Stone, of this guard mumbo jumbo that we have going on, like, should Vic be the starter? Should we go back to Kyle? Should we start Gabe? Where are you headed in this conversation?
Yeah, I'm with Vic. I think I've made it pretty clear I never want to see Kyle Lowry play basketball again. That'd be my most ideal world. So for me, it's really a conversation between Vic and Gabe. And if we're talking about the starter, that means that we're talking about a player going up against other starters. And I would rather have the player with experience than the one without it. And I would rather let Gabe kind of switch into this role that Tyler Herro has held for the bench for the last 2 or 3 years and just come in and take over for the bench and facilitate and shoot. He can do whichever one he wants, depending on how much help he's getting from the guys around him. But I would really like to see him in a position where, you know, he can take as many shots as he's taking right now, just in maybe minutes that are less impactful against defenders that are, you know, maybe a little less capable. And so that's kind of what I would like to see.
That shit gave me heartburn. That shit gave me heartburn when you talk about putting Gabe in the Tyler role. No, don't do that. That's not who Gabe is as a basketball player, though.
But I would like to see it be Vic more so because I think he's this kind of marriage between what we want from Gabe and what we want from Lowry. He's got the veteran presence that Lowry offers you, where he also offers you closer to that kind of athleticism that Gabe offers you on compared to Kyle Lowry, who's negative athleticism.
Can I just push back on like the Gabe thing on the bench? I think Gabe's game really fits well with the starters. I just think he's really patient. I think he takes his time, and I think he knows where people are supposed to be. And he just knows where to go with the ball. Like, I think he's very good at manipulating a defense, and I think and he plays great defense as well. Like,
if he knows where people are supposed to be and he's good at manipulating defenders, wouldn't that make him the perfect candidate to lead a unit by himself?
No, because I don't think that's what the Heat bench needs.
It's because he's also not talented enough to do so. Like Gabe he does that well with the starters because he has other people around him to do things that he's not good
at. I don't think anybody's locking in on Gabe Vincent, and he has the ball in his hand, so he gets to just like chill and pick people apart.
This Gabe Vincent discourse is making Threat physically ill, and I would like to know why. Threat, bro, why are you like you're about to puke up all over the screen because people saying good things about Gabe Vincent, bro?
Did we not see fucking Gabe Vincent last year in the playoffs start 8 fucking games?
But who else can we
He
talk
started
about?
8 games.
I thought he played fine.
He was dog.
I thought he was
dog shit.
I thought he was good.
He was dog shit. He was terrible, bro. The short-term memory is just incredible, bro. Like 2 games of Gabe Vincent being actually fucking playable has changed everybody's perspective of the last 12 months with Gabe Vincent. It's fucking insane. Bro, he's not good.
No, it's the past few months. It's the past few months of watching Kyle Lowry, like, and then finally seeing a point guard with a pulse. Like that's what. Like
bruh,
we're not talking about Gabe Vincent compared to the rest of the NBA threat. We're talking about Gabe Vincent compared to the rest of the shit that we got to put out there.
But he's an inefficient, streaky shooter, and he showed that in the playoffs in a 2-game stretch. All three of the people that we talking about are inefficient, streaky shooters, bro. Bro, it's just I don't know, bro.
Debo, all 3 of them, bro.
It's not good. I'm looking at some of I'm looking at the box score right now of Gabe Vincent literally last year in the playoffs, and some of these games are disgusting, bro. Like 2 for 10, 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 6, 3 for 7, 4 for 2. Bro, he's inefficient, streaky shooter, bro. And then people forget.
Read your man crush Tyler Herro stats to me and then get back to me. I know TJ wanted to jump in here real quick.
Last second.
Go ahead. Go ahead, TJ.
All right, I'll try. Bruh, what are we doing? Right? Okay. Yeah, Gabe Vincent starting and everything like that's cool. Bro's a role player, big dog. Like he's just like he's not supposed to be him. You know, he's not supposed to be like a world bro. He's supposed to be like Norris Cole, bro. He's supposed to be Norris Cole. And if we comparing him to Norris Cole, I think Gabe Vincent is a much better player than Norris Cole. He can do more stuff. You feel me?
Norris Cole's champion.
He had LeBron, of course.
And you about to make my point. You about to make my point, right? So that's why, you know, everybody talk about Gabe Vincent starting and everything. The reason why Gabe Vincent can't be a starting caliber point guard is because he can be a starter if he's next to much better players, right? He can be a starter if he's next to Kevin Durant. You know, he can be a starter if he's next to Jason Tatum, right? Because they gonna take a whole lot of the stink off Gabe Vincent, and then he can just do his little stuff here and there and look real cute doing it. The problem is you got Jimmy Butler, who got an ugly offensive game. You got Bam Adebayo, who's just finding his offensive game. Tyler Herro, who can't score without a screen, is inconsistent offensively. And then Caleb Martin, who's playing the 4, who can't get his own offense unless it's in transition. So that starting point guard has to get buckets. He has to. So if you throw great Gabe in there, Gabe is going to have to score, which is why these games are fun. These games where he's scoring 20 is amazing. Oh, the Heat look great. It's because they're getting production out of their starting point guard because they have to. Because the stars on this team aren't good enough offensively to take all that stink off the role players. That's why you need these games from Gabe. That's why you needed Strus last year in the playoffs. And when he didn't show up, shit got ugly.
And I think that's what we highlight in the games that he's playing well, and we're taking all the attributes from those games, and we're forgetting Gabe had some games. There was a reason why Threat was calling him dog shit. What was it, 2 games ago against OKC? Like, let's not forget that those games are possible for Gabe Vincent too. Those are real Gabe Vincent games. His playoff run last year, yes, we glorify it because the defense. It's because we're comparing him to Kyle Lowry and Jubilaire. This, my friend, is a talent, bro. I can hate from Herro from all over the court, bro. I'm generational in that regard. And haven't heard you talk in a while. Still don't want to, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity anyway. Go ahead and say something about anything that we've been talking about for the past couple minutes.
I'm just confused because Threat, you coming out here saying that you don't want Vic to start, you want him to end the games, which I couldn't agree with more. But then you saying you think Gabe is hot trash too. It sounded like you want Lowry to start. Is that what you're saying?
These are the cards you're dealt with, bro. Who else are you gonna start? You can't start Gabe Vincent. You have to start Kyle Lowry, bro. There's no other answer, bro.
You think Kyle Lowry is a better basketball player than Gabe Vincent? Who is doing that? Justin, take that shit off my. You think Lowry is a better basketball player?
Absolutely not.
So why don't you want Gabe starting?
Because Gabe's role as a starter will diminish when he's with the starters, in my opinion, as opposed to his role when he's on the bench. He won't be effective when he's with the starters. He'll be more effective coming off the bench. He won't be. He'll be worse than I think.
He won't be effective offense. He won't be. I don't think. No thanks. Well, this is true because Kyle Lowry does often have the responsibility of getting them switches. When Bam switches that pick and roll, Kyle Lowry is often the guy left on the bigger person, and he's better suited for that role than Gabe is. I do think Gabe is better at point of attack defense. In terms of facilitating, neither one of them fuckers gonna do that pretty well. I just don't. I don't know, bro. It's like I said. Like, it's
not
like
Mario Chalmers, a good on-ball defender that can hit the open.
What?
No.
What?
No.
You did not.
What's different?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a mid-off.
First of all, my God,
when you got Bam and Jimmy, you're gonna have someone.
First of all,
that's good enough.
The next time you do that Believe podcast with Mario Chalmers, which should come out, when the next one coming out, Donato?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for him to text me back.
Yeah, see, that's why he ain't texting your ass back, because you're comparing him to Gabe Vincent. Apologize to that man. Don't you dare compare Gabe Vincent to Mario Chalmers. Bro, stop playing. Mario Chalmers was a legitimate start. We would love to have a Mario Chalmers on this roster right now.
What's the difference?
That's what I thought Kyle Lowry could be for.
The difference is that Mario Chalmers not gonna get bullied by other point guards because he's too small. Gabe Vincent is really little.
Vincent?
Everybody, bro. Like it's it's
Javon Carter.
Gabe Vincent you have to watch these playoffs. I'm telling you right now, Gabe Vincent gets hunted in the playoffs, bro. I promise to God I'm not making that up. Also, Gabe Vincent is shooting 30% from three, bro. He's a 3-point shooter who can't shoot. If that makes any sense at all,
look
bro.
At Vic's shooting numbers, when next to Jimmy's shooting numbers, next to Bam who won't attempt him.
Why do you think I came in here like that?
It's terrible. That team goes 4 or 5 points. What the hell's Jimmy doing when Vic got the ball? Jimmy standing there in the corner with his 15 3-point per shooting face ass. Like, that's a terrible fit. That's terrible.
No, threat.
Yes. Why do you think I came in here like that, bro? I came in like a wrecking ball for a reason, bro. I agree.
Like in the Eastern Conference Finals, Jaylen Brown killed Gabe Vincent. Like he was going after him every single time. But 100%, but they were going at Lowry and they were going at Herro. Like, I like Gabe Vincent because I think he is just a smart basketball player. I don't think he makes a bunch of mistakes. That's what I need right now, because I think he's never going to win you the game, even though he's won us the last 2. I'm like, it's going to be Jimmy doing his thing in the playoffs, Bam doing his thing in the playoffs, and hopefully Tyler Herro doing his thing in the playoffs. I don't think he should necessarily play more minutes than Victor Oladipo, but I don't think you can start Vic because of the injury stuff. So let Gabe do his thing, and I don't think he's ever bad enough where you're like, Jesus Christ, get this dude the fuck off the court right now. For who? Like, obviously, I'd rather trade for a guy like D'Angelo Russell. Like that, 100%. I'd rather have D'Lo starting than Gabe Vincent. But if they're not going to make that move, and this is the point guards that they have to choose from, I would start Gabe, send, fucking Lowry to Tahiti, and fucking do whatever you want with Depot at the end of games. Like, that's what I would do, and all of them obviously have to play next to Herro. So
I think the idea behind starting Gabe Vincent for most people is just to get Lowry out of the rotation entirely. Like that's kind of where it trends for most people. Like, they don't want to play Lowry. And I think that the one thing that Gabe has in it, to his credit, is that he's steady, bro. Like, good, bad, whatever, bro. Like, he's one of those players that kind of, to use a Spoelstra, he never gets too high, never gets too low. Like, you know what you're going to get. He never stops fucking trying. You know what I'm saying? And we got far too many guys like that on this roster. But when you see
that's how they want to win games.
But you see Kyle Lowry going out there Like, who embodies more of what Miami wants to do, Kyle Lowry or Gabe Vincent? Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Like, who
Gabe
fits
Vincent
what they
because he
trying to
was
do?
undrafted.
I think, Royal, you brought up a great point at the beginning of the stream. They wanted to lean into this offense, lean into the shooting, and I think they finally come to the point now, and this is showing you, if people in the front office, coaching staff haven't gotten there yet, that's not going to work. Like, you need to get back to what the fuck you were doing. Being the team that nobody – what Bam was saying in the media, nobody wants to play us. We're going to grind you down into the fourth quarter. It's going to be a low-scoring-ass game. That's fine. Just don't get away from who you are, because if you're trying to lean on all this three-point shooting and trying to outshoot teams to death, like, it's not going to work. That's not the team you are. So lean back to how you got there in the first place and change it in the offseason 100%. But if you're just saying, fuck it, we're going to wait for, the Lowry contract to ride out, we're not going to set ourselves back or whatever, the way you need to win with the roster is currently constructed, if you're making zero moves, is playing the athletes and the dudes who actually try, play defense, and don't make stupid-ass mistakes. And then let Jimmy, Bam, and Depot and Herro, when they have their nights, win the games for you, because they're the highest paid and most talented players on the team. But in terms of role players, don't play the specialists, because the shooting's not working and leaning into the offense isn't as working as you would have hoped. So play the dudes who play defense, play the dudes who attack the rim, play the dudes who are fucking athletic, and win some fucking basketball games and look respectable doing it, and actually start getting people to believe in Heat culture again and sell those shirts.
You left out Kyle when you mentioned the highest paid dudes. Want to thank Darius Jordan for the $20 dono. He said, don't disrespect Chalmers' difference is he showed up in the games that matter. He is a two-time champ. Plus, he dropped, 7 threes in Game 6? Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Don't even mention Chalmers with none of these dudes. Go ahead, Threat.
Just a quick question, just to the panel, just to throw it out. Is the defense right now, the way Vic is playing, is it better than it was last year with PJ Tucker throughout that stretch? Is it better?
It's slightly different because the guys that they're picking up, I feel like Vic really hunts at guards, and like he's a little better at intercepting those passing lanes, where TJ was just kind of like this menace that you put on ball on the team's best wing, and he kind of just twerked and danced a bunch and stood in front of them and wouldn't let them score. And so you're just kind of getting it in different ways. But I think impact-wise, it's almost equal impact, except I feel like in today's NBA, specifically against these Eastern Conference teams, we're seeing better, like the most elite players we're seeing are wing players that we would want PJ Tucker guarding instead of guys that we would want Vic guarding. That's kind of how I see it.
That's a hard-ass question.
I would say that it's worse because PJ helped with bigs and Vic can't necessarily. I think the Heat still get killed by big teams, and just the Bucks were not at we've out rebounded the Bucks last 2 games. That will not happen when we play them in the playoffs if the team is still currently built like this. We still struggle against big teams, and PJ helps with that 100%. But I think that we need a guy who can defend a big more right now because of our size issues. But I think Oladipo is a better defender at what he does well, which is everything that Stone was talking about. He is better at doing that than PJ Tucker at his current age or last year is as good as defending bigs. So Depot to me is a more valuable defender and a better defender, but I think we need the type of defense that PJ plays more than Depot does right now, even though what Depot is doing is wreaking havoc on games. I don't know if PJ Tucker was wreaking havoc on NBA offenses. I think he was making it difficult, but I don't think he ever really – I think Depot really fucks up anything you're trying to do 24/7. He picks you up at the beginning of the floor, and you are on edge. You are trying to get out of there as quickly as possible and get the fuck away from Victor Oladipo. PJ Tucker, you see him and you're like, shit, this is going to be tough, but I still got to go at him. I don't know how people are going at Victor Oladipo. That's just how.
Okay, so this is how I'm looking. I look at it 2 different ways, and I'm going to hurry up and wrap this up because football coming on. Last year's defense made it so that Bam had to do less in terms of switching. Because PJ was capable of guarding those bigs, you could get Bam to switch out onto the wing on the perimeter, let him do some of that stuff that he was good at. This year, I think makes Bam a better defender because you have somebody like Vic who can get over screens and stuff like that, and now you can allow Bam to stay closer to the basket. When they cannot get Victor Oladipo. They can't force switches in the same way that they were able to force switches last year because you have somebody like a Vic out there who's capable of navigating screens like that. That, to me, is more – I don't know which one is better. I just feel like Bam is more valuable to this. I like watching Bam play defense more this year because I'm seeing him play a lot more against the bigs. They're able to play a lot more drop. He's able to stay closer to the rim and not Like, we're going to get killed on the boards, but Bam's rebounding numbers are going up because he's closer to the rim. Last year, that wasn't always the case. Because they trusted PJ to be able to handle some of that work, Bam was switching out onto the perimeter. We complained about him staying out there. He's close to the basket more this year. So I don't know which one is better. They both still top 10 defenses, but I think if I had to pick, I would prefer to watch the way Bam in specific gets to play defense this year as opposed to the way they played it last year, if that kind of answers your question in any way. I do want to get to this next game really quickly. We got the Hawks coming up on Monday, 3:30. I'll be here. It don't matter.
It's a doctor's birthday. Come on.
My birthday is the day after that, so I want to tell y'all right now, I don't give a fuck about Martin Luther King Day. I hate that holiday. I do, bro. I do. My birthday is January 17th, bro. Every year on my fucking birthday since I was jit, I've been marching around in the streets for some other dead motherfucker, and I don't know why I have to do that. Like, it's my birthday. Celebrate me, you hoes. How about me? What about me? So I don't give a fuck about Martin Luther King Day. I just don't, bro. I really don't. It's nothing against Martin Luther King. Great guy. Never met him. But I don't give a fuck about his day, bro. I don't. And I don't care how you niggas think. I don't care how y'all think it makes me feel. I don't. I feel nothing. I feel nothing for that day. So we playing the Hawks. Star, we start with you. The boy feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. This kind of feels like one of those.
Give me 1 second. Fuck you, boy. How about that? Yes, I am they Cain. And yes, I hate Martin Luther King Day. How about that? What's next, William? Send him the link so he can jump his ass in here and say it to my face. After the stream, though, not on live. We don't want nobody to see what that boy look like. Stone, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think this is kind of a nice area in the schedule. They're going to make some soft runs against some beat-up teams, kind of shutting it down before the All-Star break, and I expect them to stack another win.
Cool. That was short and sweet, Stone. I like that. Do yours the same way, Ant. The boy feeling good?
Yeah, this is getting to that point.
Thank you for that, Ant. That was really great to hear you say that, bro. Alex, the boy feeling good? Okay,
You still talking to me?
No, I wasn't.
I do love Mr.
If Alex had started talking, bro, I was going to keep pushing, bro. I was just going to skip your ass, bro.
Hey, Ant-Man was my nickname in elementary school. I'm just saying, I do like that.
Ant-Man finna get his ass worked by Cain on February 17th. Boy, Bug Boy finna be the fuck out of here. Oh, listen, bro. I don't know if y'all seen that trailer or not, bro. But it's GG's for that boy Scott Lang. I'm just gonna tell you like that. Go ahead, Ant.
I got $5 on Ant-Man. That's all I got.
I'll take some of that. I'll take some of that. Go ahead, Bubble. The boy feeling good?
I am feeling good. They need to beat the Hawks. They're in turmoil right now, and like the Hawks owner's son, who's pretty much just like a fan like any of us, is running their team right now. Like they are – that dude's playing 2K IRL. Like I don't know what that Hawks are on right now. Nate McMillan doesn't know if he's going to get fired tomorrow or extended tomorrow. Trae Young, everything is a mess right there. DeJounte Murray trade's blown up in their face. They have a really interesting end. Like if you just look at their schedule in January for the rest of it, they're 24-20 right now. Like stack some wins against the Hawks, Pelicans. Their two best players are out. Mavericks beat them because we hate Mark Cuban. Right back to the Pelicans and then the Celtics. Obviously the Celtics game is the big one. I'm not saying they're going to win the next four, but if you won the next four and you were 28-20 going to the Celtics on this giant-ass win streak, I'm going to say that the Heat are back. So stack these wins. Like, this is a good part of the schedule. Beat up teams. I don't care. You play who you play. They were losing to bad teams at the beginning of the year. That's why we thought they sucked. Now they're beating bad teams at least. So get back to the level you were at, have some high confidence, and go into that Celtic game 28-20, and we can fucking start talking about some shit again.
Hey, you gonna say they back, and I'm gonna call you a liar right to your fucking face. Cain Threat, the boy feeling good?
Hey man, I was more of a WEB, the boy, and Malcolm X fan. Shout out to Cain, but he said he led us to a burning building, and that young man was right when he said that. You hear me? Come on, man. But yes, the Heat will beat the Hawks. They'll probably get into a little win streak going into that Celtics game, and they'll probably win that game too.
For sure, bro. Again, fuck Martin Luther King, bro. That boy had a dream, and some of you hoes still. Listen, bro. Bro, I cannot stand this holiday, bro. I hate this holiday, bro. I hate it, bro. And it's solely because it's me, bro. It's not Martin Luther King Day. It's me, bro. My
You have
birthday
to
is
be the
January
first
7th.
person I've ever heard.
I have to be, bro. Listen, folks.
There's billions of people on this planet. Like, we have the internet in this day and age. Like, you are the only person I have ever heard say "fuck Martin Luther King Day," bro.
Hey, bro. Sometimes you got to come over here with the truth, bro. Go ahead, TJ. The boy feeling good.
You know, I want to be like everybody else and say yes that the Miami Heat are going to beat the Atlanta Hawks. But there's nothing that brings teams together quite like playing the Miami Heat. I don't know if y'all remember, but earlier in this season, the Chicago Bulls were trying to trade their entire roster. Later that evening, they played the Miami Heat and proceeded to destroy them. And now the Bulls have been up ever since. The same will happen with the Atlanta Hawks. I hope y'all are ready. The Atlanta Hawks are going to absolutely decimate this team. Trae Young's going to have 42 points. DeJounte Murray with 35. And the L is incoming, so I hope y'all are ready.
First of all, y'all can suck my dick about this MLK shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care. They should have unplugged the speakers when he was talking, bro. That's how I feel, bro. Shoot him again. I'm gonna end the stream.
Oh, end the stream. End it. End it. End it. End it.
I already did that. I did it earlier, bro. Play the video, Justin.
End it immediately.
You want it? I'll start over. Hey,
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul. So when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy.